What's good? It's Cadillaktrackz. This is quick tip number 15. Today's quick tip is this, the Polyphony. I believe that's how you say it. I like to call it the poly. But the Polyphony, the poly setting is right here on a Fruity Loops, on a machine sound. And I loaded up an 808 and I loaded up this perk. And I'm adjust my audio settings so you can hear that at home a little bit better. All right, that's the 808. That's the perk. You can tell that both of these sounds, they have a long tail. It means that they last a long time before they go away. And when you load a sound in by default, the poly's on 8. I loaded these sounds right from my browser. I just dragged them over there. And I'm going to play this 808 with note repeat on, and you're going to hear the poly. Meaning that what it means is that the note keeps playing over and over and over, and it overlaps each other, and it just sits on top of each other. A lot of times you don't want that. A lot of times you want a note to stop and another one to come in. So I'm going to go ahead and play this on note repeat, and you can hear what I'm talking about. It's real mushy, real gooey. So you wouldn't want that in the track right there at all. What if you had some fast 808s? You wouldn't want them to sound like that. Now, this is the ride right here. You can notice at the end of the ride, it kind of has a little echo to it. So hear what happens when I do the note repeat. All right, so you hear that long tail, the long end. What's happening is the notes are stacking up on top of each other, and then they're playing at the same time. And so you get a real clutter is what you get. And a lot of times when you load up sounds, drum sounds, what I always do is I always make sure I select the drum sounds. I hold the shift button, and it can let me select multiple sounds at once like this. Select the sounds and go to the poly. And I like to put the poly on 1. That means the note can only play 1 at a time. So every time you hit the pad, it's going to come in brand new. I'm going to listen to the difference real quick on the 808 and the perk. Sounds a lot better now because every time a new kick comes in, the old one stops. So they're not sitting on top of each other, cluttering each other up. Let's hit the perk. So it still has the echo that was a part of the sound, but the attack you can hear, it's not as cluttered. That's why I always put the poly on 1. That's the quick tip today. Quick tip 15, put the poly on 1. Another thing that I also do a lot of times is we adjust the pitch envelope. I'm going to go over that in the next quick tip video. Today's is put the poly on 1. I do that for all sounds, 808, every drum sound basically. So I'll go through and I'll select all of them and I'll put them on 1. The only sound that I will not do that on would be a open hi-hat. On the open hi-hat, I like to put it on legato mode. That's right here, legato, and I like to put right here the glide knob. When you put legato on, it'll turn glide on. And you can do the same thing with the 808. Matter of fact, let me show you. Just like if I had the 808 and I wanted to glide from note to note, just switch from the 8 to legato and turn the glide up a little bit. This Cadillaktrackz. Make sure you subscribe. This was a quick tip about the poly, a quick tip about the legato right there, the glide function. Real good on your 808s. You hear it. All right, Cadillaktrackz, quick tip number 15. Make sure you hit that subscribe. 1.